我们在轨大概是近300颗卫星。我们的主要职责呢，就是对这300颗卫星呢，要24小时不间断的进行监控。卫星运动呢是每秒8公里的速度，如果差到分秒呢，我们的航天器的控制呢就会出现重大的误差。
China launched its first Mars probe, Tianwen-1, in July 2020. It's here, at China's largest satellites control center, where Li Hengnian and his colleagues are busy monitoring the probe and all other satellites and spacecraft on orbit.
There will always be someone on duty here working. The system is online 24 hours a day. A launch may only take 5 to 10 minutes, but a satellite's operation can be as long as over 10 years, like the Beidou satellites. During that period, this center keeps constant track of the satellites until they're brought out of service. Now you can imagine the intensity of our work.
Dedicating about 30 years to the field, Li's work can be found in many of China's major space missions, including the Beidou satellite's navigation system and manned spaceflight engineering projects. For the veteran scientists, it's been a journey with many challenges.
We
had to make a choice, whether to develop the technology by ourselves or to buy it from others. Someone suggested the latter, but Li rejected that approach.
One thing I always insist on is self-reliance. I always think that the fundamental technology should be self-developed. If we rely on others, the development of the industry will face many difficulties. We have no choice other than innovation.
Li first showed interest in astronomy at a young age. After graduating with a degree in computer science in 1992, he started working at this center and dedicated himself to the field of research.
He always persists in achieving his goals. When he was young, he was more hardworking than any of us young people today. In order to solve a problem, for example, he used to work more than 100 days in a row with only a few hours of sleep every day.
The first generation of those working in my role used to work under very difficult conditions. They used to work in caves and on plateaus. So their spirit of hard work remains in my blood.
Li says the most terrifying moment in his career was when the satellites lost control in space. It took him 69 days to rescue it. But that was also the most exciting moment in his career.
My fulfillment comes from two aspects. The first is if the tracking and control process is successful. The second is if something goes wrong with the satellite, I can then save it through accurate predictions.
Li is now working on including AI technology in China's Mars exploration. The landing of the Mars probe marks another moment of progress in his contributions.